Ian from Lean Media. Today I'm going to talk about inboarding to Flexport for a small business, a Shopify business. If this video helps you out, please take a moment to like it and follow me. Let's get started. So I've used Flexport for about 6 or 8 months by now, and I was a former Shopify Fulfillment Network customer, so they migrated me to this. I'm actually pretty positively impressed with Flexport so far. I've talked about this in other videos, but basically what I'm going to be doing today is inbounding a shipment of items we're running out of at Flexport. And it's going to be a multiple SKU shipment. So I've done single SKU shipments before. This is going to be multiple, so it's a little bit new for me. I might stumble at a couple points, but I'm familiar with the basic process. And what you need to do before you get started with doing an inbound shipment with multiple SKUs to Flexport is first of all determine what's going in the shipment, like exactly what's going in the shipment, weigh it out, box it, and then look at the Flexport help page that says case pack and individual product packaging guidelines, and it basically gives you some guidance about what they expect to see. This is the section that's important for what we're doing today. They do not want stuff just jumbled together. Things really need to be distinctly packaged inside the box. So what I've done actually for the shipment I'm about to send out, it has 4 different SKUs in it, is I've not only separated each of the SKUs with something like this, but I've also bagged up 3 of the SKUs, which are the smaller items, so they don't get mixed up with the main item for that particular shipment. So let's get back to Flexport. And basically what you want to click on is inbounds. We're not covering replenishments. That's a different thing. And you can see I've already done some inbound shipments in the past. Note that these inbound shipments, they were just single SKU shipments. So I'm going to be doing a multiple SKU shipment right now. As for these bizarre phrases that Flexport uses for inbound shipments, it assigns these by some sort of algorithm that's combining these adjectives and weird nouns together, usually birds or animals. But it's actually kind of clever because it lets you remember what they are. Compare this with Amazon FBA, where they just give you like a random string of letters and numbers, which are impossible to remember. And you also have to, what I do on Amazon FBA is usually rename them. This, I think, is actually a pretty good way to do it. So let's get started with create inbound. And it says, where are you shipping your inventory from? So I am a domestic manufacturer, proudly so. And I'm going to select this one. And then origin for your saved shipment. And I'm going to do this one, Red Spot Printing. That's our official supplier. Has the address here. And then go to next. By the way, I should say one thing about shipments. Even if you identify a certain location as the origin, you do not have to pick up from this location. So you can have it picked up from another location nearby, or you can just drop it off at the shipment center, which I do sometimes. There's a couple options for me because usually I choose UPS. One of them is to just take it to the UPS store. The other one, UPS has like a packaging center or a kind of a like a shipping fulfillment center that's in Watertown, Massachusetts. So sometimes I drop them off there if it's a big one. And then you have these options here: multi-channel fulfillment by Flexport or fulfillment by Amazon. I'm not using either one of these. Just need freight sent directly to any destination. I'm just going to click next here. Oh, I have this. Sorry, I forgot to set this off. So it says fast delivery for all your direct-to-consumer and wholesale channels like Shopify, Amazon, Walmart, and Target. So this is for Shopify in my case. And then they have, where do you want to send your shipments? Flexport reserves storage. So this is the what do you call it? The replenishment system. I'm not doing that. And what I'm doing is Flexport DTC fulfillment network. So DTC means direct-to-consumer. Select that. And then they're going to have the options that you have. So case packed products, sellable units are prepackaged in boxes that need to be broken down versus individual products. So I'm going to be doing individual products, and then add products to the shipping plans. All right, so this is where it gets real. So you have to make sure that you're getting the right thing. So I have this one. So when it says 4 available, that means 4 available currently in the Flexport warehouse. So I'm going to be sending 3 of those. There's no batteries for this, so I'm not going to be using this toggle. Okay. Next one is let's see if I can find it here. Whoops. Oh, it's actually, even though I misspelled generation, it's smart enough to show me it's this one right here. So for this one, I am sending 20. It's weird. Okay. And then the next one is the sampler. So this one actually just ran out and Flexport sent me a notification about it, which is why I'm moving on that today. And I'm sending, let's see here, 30 of those. Okay, and then finally, okay, this one. And this one has also been selling steadily, so I'm going to send in, 10 of those. Okay, so these are the items that I'm sending in. Let's see here. And let's take it to the next step. All right, confirm your product category for the correct packaging requirements. Any required packaging must be applied to each sellable unit to ensure they can be fulfilled without non-compliance or damages. I think what they're getting into here are kind of things like UPC codes and other things that they use to... All right, actually, no, it's actually the actual category. And so the unfortunate thing about this is the product I'm selling is not related to any of these common categories. And you can see the other categories that they have here. This is clearly they're concerned about spillage or something not working out, like liquids. That, of course, would require very special handling, as would fragile or glass. So these do not require any special packaging. Let me just select those. And then next. Okay, so this is something that I've covered in other videos. Flexport actually is really good about the options that they give you for inbounding items compared to Amazon FBA, which I also use. So while Amazon FBA does offer barcoding, they don't offer these other things, which I think is pretty great. I should note that the Flexport barcoding is more expensive than FBA. I think FBA is 20 cents per unit, so this is considerably higher. But I like this interface, and I think that adds value to the whole situation. Bagging protection, I don't need anything like that. I'm just going to say skip. I don't need prep. And you can see that it says provide scannable barcode labels. You can add up to 5 alternate barcode labels per products. These barcodes cannot be removed or anything like that. So I don't actually need to do it because these are already basically, Flexport already has this information. They got this from my Shopify store, so I don't need to do anything here. So I'm just going to, you can see that has the UPC and the other versions of this. So I think I'm good here. And I don't need to download barcode labels because all of the products I'm sending in, they already have the UPC barcode built into the into the packaging. Okay. So free forwarding. So when do you want the first units available for sale? This was tricky when I first saw this, but basically what it means is forwarding plan means you send it to a single kind of like a forwarding fulfillment center at Flexport, and then they farm it out to the different Flexport fulfillment centers all across the country. Direct plan means that I'll be sending items directly to each one of the fulfillment centers that Flexport intends to use. The problem, of course, with the direct plan is that you have to do more packaging and boxing, or your supplier does, but it's ready for sale within 2 days of arrival at Flexport. Forwarding plan, I can put everything into one box, ship to one location, lower inbounding costs because I'm not using as many shipments, but it takes 11 days of arrival at Flexport. And of course, during a busy period, the 11 days is really tough. This is a little bit of a problem for me because one of the items that I have is already sold out. I should have done this like 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to have to live with that. I'm just going to use the forwarding plan and press submit. Okay, this is, more details here. This is a small parcel delivery. Choose your carrier, Flexport partner. So basically what is going to happen is Flexport has a network of shippers, kind of like Amazon FBA does as well. And in my experience, it's usually UPS. So let's just select this default. If I was using my own carrier, and some people have special shipment rates through that, I would do that. But even though I do have a UPS account, I like using the partnered shipping, because it's, even if it is also UPS, because it's invariably cheaper than what I could get on my own. Okay, how will your shipment be packed? This is key. Multiple SKUs per box. So it gives you this reminder. This is how they want to get stuff. They don't want to have everything jumbled together, because that's a big mess at the fulfillment center. How many box configurations will you use? One. Box configurations means if you had more than one box, like maybe one is a big box, one is a small box, you'd have to have different weights and sizes and stuff. But because I only have one box, there's just one here. It already says that. Box quantity. So I basically just have to fill that in. All right, box weight. I've already weighed it, and it is 34 pounds. Box dimensions. All right, this is kind of a big box, but you know, that's what I have to live with. 13 by 8. And then, okay. Oh, confirm and estimate costs. Let's see what happens. So also note that it says once I've confirmed this, I won't be able to change anything. So let me just say something. $876 for partnered carriage. It doesn't say who it is, but that's really a fantastic price. I have to say, I really, really like that. And then also it conveniently breaks down the cost. That's helpful too. I can actually compare that with shipping through other sources, so I really understand my costs here. So I really like that. I'm going to confirm the charge. And this video is already on 12 minutes. So, okay, and this is the other thing I have to do. Download the label. We're generating your labels now. It may take a few minutes to complete. So I can see that they just did that. They just downloaded my label. I can open that up and print that out. And packaging instructions too. Download and share the packing list with your manufacturer to ensure the shipment is packaged correctly. So I'm going to do that as well. So you can see it gave it a funny name, Jovially Witty Snake Detail. So that's a packing list. I can give that to my supplier, or I can just sometimes I'll just include it right in the box. So I can print multiple copies and then finish. So that's it for Flexport. And I think, as you can see, that's a really easy workflow. Amazon FBA is also pretty easy, but as I said, Flexport has definitely some UI improvements over Amazon, which I really, really enjoy. And I think Flexport is a pretty good company. Of all the kind of the third-party logistics services I've used, Flexport is definitely the best. The other thing that I like about Flexport is the integration with other platforms, like including Etsy and eBay, is really, really good. So I think this is a pretty positive way to send stuff into a Flexport fulfillment center for a multiple SKU shipment, inbound shipment. If this video helped you out, please take a moment to like it and follow me. You can learn more about my business and what I do at leanmedia.org. Click on blog. I have all kinds of posts on Shopify, Flexport, Amazon FBA, etc. Thank you so much for watching.